Good evening, everybody. It is once again Ted the Speed Learner. I am in downtown Decatur right now, and this is the Decatur water fountain. And I wanted to let you know, I'm sorry I wasn't able to do much videotaping this year. When it came to the sign hunt, that was supposed to be back in June, and what happened was that they had the lockdown, and I'm sure if you guys know anything about what happened with the lockdown, you know that the restaurants in Illinois, they were carry out, but they couldn't let anybody dine inside at the time. Well, when you're traveling all the way from Decatur to Nauvoo, Illinois, which is a 3-hour trip, by the way, yeah, you want to dine inside a restaurant. I wasn't able to do that, so therefore that trip got canceled. Every single parade that I would have videotaped this year was canceled. We didn't have the Razzle Dazzle Good Time Parade. We didn't have the Stonington Summerfest Parade. We didn't have, as far as I know, we didn't have the Blue Mound Fall Festival Parade, but if I'm wrong, you can tell me all about it in the comments below. There was a lot of other activities that we just didn't have here in Illinois because of the lockdown. We didn't even have the Illinois State Fair, so that should tell you something. But anyway, this is the water fountain. Over here is the transfer house. And just a couple of minutes ago, although it won't seem like a couple of minutes ago if you're watching this video right now, a couple of minutes ago I went down this road, and I'll show you that here in just a second. Let me walk us down here. Okay. Give me just a second. You can see the statue right over here. I know we're closing in on sunset, but anyway, you're actually on the corner, if you're coming down this way, of Water Street, and there's some steps, and I'll have to walk up the steps, so bear with me. Water Street and Prairie Avenue. If you go all the way down to the end of Prairie, you're going to see a sign, and it's going to tell you about an old church. And in just a moment, you're going to see I videotaped that sign. I read it to you aloud. But anyway, I just wanted to show you this real quick. This is a statue we have here in downtown Decatur. Says, sacred to the memory of the soldiers of Macon County and the heroes of the Civil War between 1861 and 1865. And I'll back up just a bit. Apparently this statue was erected in 1904, and there actually is an inscription on the back of this. And hopefully I can read this inscription to you without tripping and falling. So bear with me. We're going to go all the way around very carefully. And the inscription reads as follows. Grand Army of the Republic organized in this city April 6, 1866. Erected by Dorcas Society and the Patriotic Citizens. And that's what it says. Alright. Well, we used to have a mayor in our town, and unfortunately he passed away not that many years ago, but in honor of him, the city of Decatur had a mural painted. Now I'm going to go ahead and show this to you. It was a mural of Mike McElroy, and you can see it right there. Okay, well, as you can plainly see, we're in downtown Decatur, and there's an old buggy going down the road, and that's all I've got for you this evening. I am so sorry that I wasn't able to videotape more than I actually was. For anybody that doesn't know, just down that way a little bit, just down that way, just past the transfer house, is the Decatur Public Library. During the celebration, you know, the Decatur celebration, well, this would normally be crowded with people, but today it just wasn't. I'm kind of glad because I was able to get some pictures and some video footage that I would not have gotten otherwise. But you guys should come down here and just take a look for yourselves. And while you're down here, don't forget the Looking for Lincoln signs. There are 3 of them on the other side of this park over here. And I've shown you this many times before, but if you'll go down Water Street here, on the other side of Busey, there's another sign. Right next to that is W.T. Flora Gyms, and there's another sign there. And then if you go over to where the Lincoln Theater is, you'll see 3 more. So don't forget to check out those Looking for Lincoln signs. Alright. Well, this is Ted the Speed Learner signing off from downtown Decatur. I want to thank you very much for tuning in. I will tell you more in a future video, so I'd like for you to stay tuned. Good evening, everybody. It is once again Ted the Speed Learner, and if you are ever in downtown Decatur and you're coming from the transfer house and the water fountain, and you're coming up, well, just go to the transfer house and the water fountain, and as you come, well, I don't know which direction I'm on, but anyway, if you come down where I'm at right now, you can read this. This was called the Universalist Church building. It was built in 1854 by, well, the Reverend at that time was David P. Bunn, minister. Okay? This was the home of the Universalist congregation between 1854 and 1904. The second floor was an auditorium that was dedicated on June 4th, 1876. It was restored in 2004 by the owners Emmy and Jim Williams, hereby recognized as the oldest building and church still standing in downtown Decatur. This was commemorated September 6, 2004 by the Unitarian Universalist Fellowship of Decatur, 3773 North MacArthur Road. And the person who dedicated this was John Beadler, and he was also a minister. I assume he still is. Who knows? Anyway, if you want to tell me more about this, you are more than welcome to leave some comments down here in the comments below. I will tell you more in a future video, so I'd like for you to stay tuned.